Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm G and this is G's Nail Spot. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for your support, and if you're new, don't forget to give it a like, a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. So this week I have got another Born Pretty, whoa, cameras all over the place. I've got a bit of a new setup. I've got a Born Pretty haul. And these were items that were sent to me to review. And some products are a little bit similar to what I had last time, but different colours. But it's all very exciting because I'm quite enjoying the Born Pretty products that have been sent so far. Before I was sent any, I'd never had much experience with them, but I'm really enjoying using them. So this is a glitter painting gel called Dark Sword, and it is gorgeous. It is, look at that, sparkly. It's like a gunmetal silver, so a dark silver, but it's got sparkly bits in it. And here's a little swatch I did. So on one side I did just a full block colour, and then the other I drew some lines so you could see sort of the different applications, I guess. But I'm just going to put so you can see it's really shiny, but I love that it's a dark silver rather than a very light, the usual white silver. But anyway, that's a painting gel, so I guess you can draw with that or use it for full cover on the nails like I've done there. Next we've got the rubber base gel, and I had one of these before in a very sort of pink colour. This time I've got it in a more beigey nude, a very pale beigey nude. But basically it's a base gel, so you can use it as a base, but it's a rubber base, so it's thicker. So again, it's great for strengthening your own nails, or I do press-on, so it's great for giving some strength to the press-ons. And it's a really, thick consistency. So look at that. So it's great for, like I say, for strengthening, and it's up to you how much you put on depending on how solid a colour you want. But there's a swatch, and I put 2 coats on that, so you can see even with 2 coats it's still quite sheer. But again, it's a great product for it's a base gel, but great product for thickening and strengthening your base colour. And you could just have it as a base colour, or you can paint over it like I'm kind of going to be doing with these nails. We've got this one, CG102, and I think this is the sparkly one. Let's have a look. Yes, Silver Sparkle Gel Polish. And this has got all different size glitters in it. It's absolutely rammed full of glitters. I think I had the red one last time, and it's got hollow glitter in, so it shines all different colours. And there's a little swatch, and that's 2 coats. Fairly generous coats as well I put on there, but as you can see, look at all the different colours. So sparkly. I'm like a magpie. I do like shiny things. Anyway, next colour is another gel polish. Oh, this is the Cat Eye Magnetic Gel Polish. I've used magnetic polishes before, but not for a while, and I've never really played with them. But look at how lovely this red is. It's a coppery red, so it's on the copper side of red. So but obviously it's metallic, and I didn't do a very good job on the swatch stick, so you'll see better on the nails that I'm going to do. But that's 2 coats of it on the swatch, and I was struggling to sort of show you the different effects using a magnet that you can do with that polish. But like I say, I demonstrate it a little bit better on the set. And then finally we've got a Jelly Nude gel polish, and again I've had the red one last time, which was amazing. This is the black one, and like I say, it's a jelly polish, so it's supposed to be sort of see-through. But obviously the more coats you put on your nail, the more solid the colour will get. I think on this swatch stick I did actually do 2 coats there, so you can see it's still very sheer. So you could keep putting coats on if you wanted it to be more dense colour. But yeah, so they're the products I'm going to be using this week. And when I looked at all the colours together, I just knew straight away what I was going to do with these products. So you'll know from the thumbnail, I'm going to be doing a musical themed set. So here are my usual stiletto nails, and because they're going to go on me, hopefully. And I'm going to be doing a Rocky Horror Picture Show themed set of nails. Whoop whoop. So any fans out there, hopefully you'll like these. And if you don't know about the Rocky Horror Show, I'll say a little bit about it as we go on. But to start off with, I'm just putting 1 coat of that rubber base gel on every nail apart from the ring finger. So I'm sort of being quite liberal with the amount I'm putting on. I'm not being stingy with it. I'm floating it on as well, to be fair, because if you kind of drag it on, you end up dragging it off again because it's so thick. So I'm floating it on and I'm just doing one coat on each nail. So I'm still a little bit, I don't know, you're probably telling my voice, I've still got a little bit of the old viral issue that I've had. It's still sat on my chest a little bit. It's proving difficult to shake off, but I am definitely feeling better than I was in the last video. But yeah, it's getting better, but it's kind of lingering, whatever this flu chest infection thing is I've got. But anyway, cracking on, lots of honey, lemon and orange and stuff like that. So as you can see, they've all had a coat of that rubber base gel now, apart from the ring finger. And like I say, I'm kind of floating it on, if you can see. And this is what they look like when they've been cured. So yeah, like a nice neutrally pale skin tone, I guess. So let's crack on with that ring finger. So this is where I'm going to use the cat eye magnetic gel. And I do have a little play with this. I do enjoy it. I mean, I love the colour anyway, but I do kind of have a little play with the magnet on this one. I can't help myself. But I also obviously wanted to show you guys the different sort of effects that you can get from using this. So when I put the polish on the nail, again, I'm being quite generous because it's the sort of the metallic bits that are in the nail that you're going to move around using the magnet. I want to get plenty of them on so that we get a nice effect. So I'm not, you know, putting too much on, but again, being sort of generous, but not loading it too much because obviously we've got to cure this as well. So I'm putting plenty on to allow lots of those pigments in there to be on the nail. But I mean, look at, isn't that a gorgeous colour, just without actually doing anything to it? I love this colour. Like I say, it's a real coppery red, so it's still a vibrant red, but it's definitely on the copper side. And I know the other magnetic gels, there's actually several different shades of red, so go and check them out. Here's the magnet that I'm going to use, and you're going to see me play around with different sides of the magnet, because obviously depends on which end of the magnet you get as to how you're going to shift those pigments, so whether they're going to repel or attract. Aha, science. As you can see, I've used one side and it's sort of got rid of them all and made it just look red, and then I'm using the magnet again to bring them all back. Look at that, it's like magic. Love it. And then you can move them away from sides or ends. So you can see there I've pushed it away from the tip. And what am I going to do? Yeah, same thing here. I've pushed them away, but yeah, you can just move them around, just play around with how you want to do. I mean, on the other end of that magnet one is a circular magnet, and you can do that black hole effect. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that's quite a nice effect. I've done that before, where you can push it so it goes circular. You can do nice galaxy nails. But look at that! Look at how shiny that is. But you know, from different angles it looks different. So from one angle it looks like a lovely red, from another angle it looks super metallic, shiny, reflective. Look, how gorgeous is that? I'm very impressed with that. It's making me want to get my other magnetic gels out and start playing with them a bit more. They're so underrated. If you know what you're doing and you have a play, you can get some amazing effects out of them, I think. So moving on, I think we're on to the thumbnail. So we're going to be doing the thumbnail and the index finger, similar, if the camera ever focuses. Oh, I'm using a new setting on my camera and I'm still getting used to it because it's one that auto focuses, whereas before I didn't need to worry about that, but now it's, yeah, still getting used to it. Anyway, we're putting that black jelly nude gel on top of that rubber base gel because I want these nails to kind of look, well, they kind of look dirty, don't they? But remember, this is Rocky Horror themed, so I want them to look like tights. So you know the sheer tights that you wear where you can see the skin through? I want to get that kind of effect on both of these nails because they're going to have some stamping and whatnot on top of them. It will all become clear later on. So at the minute they just look a bit dirty. But you will see, it will come together, I promise. Right, so we've moved on to the middle nail and I'm using this CG102, which is the sparkly silver, and I'm going to put that on to give an interesting background because this is going to have one of the kind of song titles on it a little bit later on, but I want to give it an interesting background on top of that sort of nude base. And I've wiped the brush off quite a lot before I've put this on, because I just want it to be a very thin smattering of glitter on this nude nail. Like I say, it's just to give it a bit of a sparkly background. So yeah, like I say, kind of a dry brush on here, and I'm just moving some of those bigger particles of glitter about so that they're not going to conflict too much with the wording I'm going to put on here. But oh, how beautiful is that? So impressed. I'm using the same one on the pinky, but as you can see here, I'm using more of the product, but I'm only going around the edge. So I'm doing my usual framing technique. Yeah, so I'm putting plenty on just around the edge, because again, that's going to have something in the middle, but I didn't want the glitter to conflict with it. So that's what that looks like. Right, you need, if you're going to do this, you need a fine liner, medium sort of detailer, I guess. And I'm back on the thumbnail. So this is going to be the two nails that I put the black jelly nude on, so they look dirty. And I'm using that brush to just give them a French tip, you'll see. And it's the cat eye magnetic polish. Yeah, I'm using that. Do you know what? It paints on so nice. It's a really good consistency, the cat eye. It's kind of a little bit thicker because it's obviously got all those metallic pigments in. And it's really nice to draw with, if you like, to paint with like this. It goes on lovely. So yes, I'm just doing the French tip with that polish. And then I'll have a play around with the magnet to get it super duper metallic sparkly, as you'll see in a minute. But yes, I'm going to do that on both of those nails. This set is pretty much based around the main character in Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is Dr. Frankenfurter, played by the amazing Tim Curry. I love Tim Curry. I love everything Tim Curry's ever done. I really do. Look how sparkly that nail is. It's amazing. And there's a lot of red sparkly in Rocky Horror Picture Show. There's a lot of red sparkly things. But yes, Frankenfurter, Dr. Frankenfurter is the main character. He's the one making a man in this show. So pretty much all the nails are based on him. And you will see this, if you know the film, you'll see this in every nail. There's something that reflects him. Because yeah, he's the main man. He's the character. He's the guy. And like I say, it is a musical with lots of songs, but I've always really enjoyed it. It's a musical written by Richard O'Brien, who actually stars in the film as Riff Raff as well, one of the servants. So if you've never seen it, go and watch it. Just to say you've watched it. It's a real giggle. It's a little bit risque. You've got a lot of the guys wearing what would be classed as ladies' underwear, but it's a real giggle. Like I say, a bit risque. It's funny, catchy songs. Oh, I love the songs. You'll be singing them forevermore and a day. I know all the words, and if you go and see the live show, you are expected to sing along. So it's a real laugh. And there's been some quite famous guys play Dr. Frankenfurter on the stage during the live show. So one I can think of was Jason Donovan. He did a particularly good performance as Frankenfurter. Anyway, back to the nail. On this one, I'm painting that cat eye magnetic polish at the top of the nail, so the cuticle end, because I'm going to stamp underneath this one. And I'm just going to, there we go, manipulate the metallic pigments in there to make it super duper sparkly. And there you go, looks like it's got a little red hat on. But yeah, so that is I think that's the index finger, isn't it? So there you go. Oh, look at those metallic pigments, beautiful. Right, so onto the stamping. So this is a little plate, BT002, you can see that. Can't tell you where I've got it from, probably eBay. It's a very old plate that I've had a long time. I'm using all my MoU goodies, my stamper, my scraper, and MoU London polish, which is Black Knight. And I'm going to be using, as you can see, I want a fishnet effect. So you can see top left, I'm going to use that and stamp that on the nail so that this one kind of looks like a fishnet tights kind of effect. I think I've faffed with this a little bit. I don't know why, because I wanted it perfect. So here we go. Watch this. See, how long does it take to find the position on the nail? Seriously, it's like I've frozen in time. Any minute now I'm going to stamp it, and there we go, it's on. I don't know why I took so long deliberating that one. Oh gosh, who knows? Like I say, I'm still not 100%, but anyway, I wanted a little bow at the top. I wanted something, some sort of detail to look like the top of suspenders, because he wears suspenders in the film. So I wanted a little bow, so I've popped that on there, which looks so good. Look at that. But I decided, as good as that looks, it needed to pop a bit more. So I'm going to take the Dark Sword glitter painting gel, and I'm just going to go over the bow, and I'm going to use that on the bow, and then I'm going to outline it in white just so it pops so much more and you can see it better. Okay, so while you watch me do that, I'm just going to let you know that Born Pretty are having a bit of an event on to celebrate Chinese New Year. So from January the 18th to the 24th, if you go on their website, you can get 15% off any product. So all you need to do is click on my affiliate link, which will be in the description box below. I'd really appreciate it if you got to the site that way. And they will know that you've come from my channel, and you use the code NEW2023. I'll put it on screen now, and you can get 15% off everything. Anything you want, 15% off. That's amazing. And the delivery time's really good with Born Pretty. It's about a week. It's coming from overseas. But I think it's really quick. It always turns up really quick when I order stuff. So yes, don't forget, go and check it out. Use my affiliate link, check out the products, get 15% off. I'll link all the products I use in this video in the description box below as well. Okay, so we're back to the thumbnail, and I'm using this Merry London Gothic plate number 606. I'm using this stamp right here. You'd never have guessed it. Corsets are a big thing in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So I'm using the same Black Knight polish to stamp that corset on this thumbnail. And that's what it looks like. Isn't that fab? I'm just popping down the excess bits of polish that are on the side there. And yeah, look at that. How cute is that? With that shiny red. I was really impressed with how that turned out. That was exactly what I was hoping for. So back to the ring finger with the full cover magnetic gel, and I'm going in with that Dark Sword gunmetal shiny, and I'm only going to paint it down half the nail. I was interested to see how this would cover the red, and actually it only needed one coat. As long as you put a generous amount on, like I've done there, look, it covered super well. It's a really it is a really thick consistency, so it is a really good painting gel, this Dark Sword. And it doesn't have any smell or anything. I know some of the other metallic ones from Born Pretty had an interesting smell, but this one doesn't. And look at that coverage, it's fantastic. So I'm going in now with some water decals. Look at these. These are quite, I've had these such a long time, and I'd forgotten all about them until I got these polishes and I decided to do this set. So I'm putting foil glue on first, purely because these water decals, I wouldn't necessarily buy them again, but they're very thick and quite stiff. So I sometimes struggle to get them to stick to the nail without putting the foil glue on first. So I put the foil gel on, cured it, and then I put the water decal on just like you would with a foil basically. But can you see that's the silhouette of Frankenfurter? It's probably not as clear as I would have liked, but I like actually how subtle it is. So this time I'm using another water decal, but I'm using the stamper method. So I've cut it out, put it face down on the stamper, I've wet the back, pulled that backing paper off as you can see, and then I'm just going to stamp it on. Again, I've put the foil glue on first. With all these water decals I do that because like I say, they're very stiff and thick. They're not as flexible as some of the water decals I've got. They do the job. So Don't Dream It, Be It is one of the songs near the end of the show. It's fantastic. The whole cast sing along to that one. And then the final water decal is on the pinky, and it's Dr. Frankenfurter's face. Bright red lips and the raised eyebrow is absolutely superb. I'll never forget Tim Curry doing that performance. But anyway, I'm back to the corset now. I'm using the McCart rhinestone glue. I've got some silver caviar beads, and I just felt like the corset nail, as great as it was, it needed just something extra. because you know me, there's always got to be something extra, and this is Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror is extra. It is the definition of extra. So I'm popping those just on where there's sort of eyelets would be on the lacing of the corset, just to give it a little bit of shiny. So I've popped them on there, and then I whip it into the lamp pretty quick because they do move. They want to sort of run away until they're cured, and the glue does need curing for 30 seconds. So off it goes, and this is what it looks like. Oh, I was pretty happy with that. It's pretty cute, isn't it, as a little corset nail. So they're all pretty much done now. They just need a shiny top coat to make them gleam in the light, but also to seal in all that stuff I've done. So to seal in the stamping and seal in those water decals and everything else. But they are kind of finished, so let's get that put on. Let me know in the comments box below if you're a Rocky Horror Picture Show fan. Have you seen it? Have you not? Do you think you might like it? Are you into musicals? Just let me know. I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I know all the words to all the songs. I don't mind admitting that. It's one of those things. But yeah, let me know. Which is your favourite nail? Do you like the set? But anyway, don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and don't forget that Born Pretty event, 15% off site-wide. Use my link below in the description box, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!